What's going on, y'all? JT here with another run of my Stampede 4x4, my bling bling Stampede 4x4, out here testing it on 3S. What I have in here, if you guys don't remember from a previous video, I have the Arma BLX system in here, so I am running 3S on it. And I'm just out here just kind of cruising around, enjoying that. You guys see the weather here. I don't know if it's going to rain or not. Georgia's been very interesting with this weather lately. Having a little stutter in there. I'm not sure if it's because of the lipo or not. I didn't have it before, but we'll see. That makes some adjustments to that. That's kind of why I come out here and do these trial runs. I'm going to try another lipo in there because sometimes it stutters like that because of the lipo. This is a 25C I'm running in here. It runs pretty good in some of my other cars, but for some reason in here it's starting to stutter, and it didn't do it when I had this system in some of my other cars. But anyway, might be the lights, etc. Blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Anyway, I came to run a car and not try to troubleshoot everything about it, but I know what I got to look at when I get back to the lab or the war room. I'm not going to try to blast this full blast this run, but a nice area to come and run this truck at. And I guess why I'm on the subject of 10 scale monster trucks, 4-wheel drive at least. So I have been asked questions before and even now about what is the better 4x4 truck to buy. So there's gonna be, hold on for 1 second. Alright, so this is probably gonna be a quick run. It just overheated, so I just saw that I was running a 50C 5200 milliamp lipo and not the 25C, so that 50C may be a little bit too much, which could be the stuttering and stuff that we just saw when we were running it. But long story short, what I was going to say, since I'm already out here, is that there's been some questions about the best 10 scale 4x4 truck out there. Now, it's all going to depend on a couple of factors of where you're going to run, how you're going to run, how much money you want to spend. Some of the top dogs 10 scale wise is going to be, of course, the Stampede 4x4. Arma has not released their Granite brushless version of their Granite yet, but it's going to be between this and then, of course, the Proline MT 4x4. So just looking at those two cars right off bat, they cost the same price, but one's going to actually be a roller, which is going to be the Proline for $399. Then you got to get all the electronics for it, and then you got the Stampede 4x4, which is going to be brushless, ready to run, but it does need a couple upgrades to it. First thing you're going to replace is going to be the drive shafts, which are going to be about 50 or 60 bucks. And then you're going to want to look at some better tires, which are going to be another 50, 60 bucks. So you're already at about $530 or $40. But from that point, the Stampede 4x4 is going to be a pretty good performing truck. You can make adjustments to it. People get aluminum shock cast, which you'll need at some point if you're going to bash the heck out of it, which is another 20 bucks or so. And then eventually you'll replace the A-arm stuff when those start breaking. But long story short, for me, I've seen the Proline run before, and then I actually had somebody recently who had one that I ran it as well, and I actually got to drive theirs off-road and stuff. It actually ran pretty good. The spur gear did strip on that, so that was a thing with that spur gear stripping on it, and there weren't any parts for it at that time. Now Proline sells them in sets of 2, and then I think somebody's making a metal one. So you're looking at $399 for that Proline. Then you got to put electronics in it. People are putting 8-scale systems in it, which is about 150 or less, depends on where you buy it from. Then servo and radios, about another 60 plus 30 or 40. So you're looking at about an extra 200 and something bucks into the Proline, where the Stampede 4x4 is going to be about another 140 or 50. But there are parts for the Stampede where you can do a lot of stuff with it, which I'm pretty sure you can with the Proline as well, which no one has done that just yet, like converted it to different things like they did the Stampede, like Jane did. So for me, just off the bat, I like the Stampede. I always have, always will. I've had over 25 Stampede 4x4 since they were first released in December 2009. So that's a lot of Stampedes, and I love them. And I have this one, and I'm thinking about maybe getting another one just to do something else with it. I think I may convert it to a Rustler 4x4 again, just so that I can have that. Let me see if this thing, nope, still hasn't cooled down yet. It really overheated. So I have to check that to make sure everything's fine with it. So just for me, for you guys know off the bat, for my preference, I do go with the Stampede 4x4 because I can do a lot of stuff with it. I have a lot of parts for it. There's a lot of part support out there for it. I'm sure over time, hopefully there'll be more support for the Pro line, although some of the stuff on it is pretty tough. Aluminum chassis, etc. But just for me, the Stampede is my choice. I mean, you do have to do upgrades to it, but part of having a car is kind of modifying it and doing upgrades to it and seeing the differences in performance for it as well. So anyway, guys, I'm going to check out to see what's going on with this thing. Apologies for the short run. Not sure what's going on with that, but I'll have to check out the ESC because it was pretty hot. I didn't bring my temp gun with me. But I'll get this thing back out and run it again and probably change the system out to something else, or run a lower C LiPo battery in here. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget JTRC t-shirts are available. Should be a pop-up popping up right about now if it hasn't popped up already, and then I'll put a link in the description. Thanks, guys, for watching.